Okay, we had the new parts come through from the factory. We'll get them on the car ahead of FP1.
Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Cats here, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode. Today we're here for Russia. As you can see, we've got an engine power upgrade, which is, I believe, a major upgrade. So that's very nice to have here. There's nice. And for the weather forecast, you can see mostly dry, just wet at the end of qualifying. Oh, a thread of wet. It's not certain, but as you can see here, we're really catching up to Ferrari. We might be up against them near the end of the season. Might even be the best performing car on paper. But yeah, just getting straight into qualifying here, starting our first lap of the Russian Grand Prix, or the Russian Grand Prix qualifying session. 32.9, not the best of laps. I mean, we improved by about 2/10 on our second run. Going for lap 3 now. We improved by about 7/10. And for lap 4, we're going to start the lap here. Going out an instant improvement here on the newer tyres. It's looking kind of gloomy, but there's not really any rain. Looks like that's an about 3/4 improvement. That's P6. So actually, that's pretty nice. Stoffel Van Dorn P8. Of course, just what we want to see. Valtteri Bottas on pole, Sebastian Vettel P2, and Daniel Ricciardo P3. But yeah, Max Verstappen P10. Okay. Previous rival, not anymore. Kevin Magnussen, as we beat him in the rivalry, so we'll be looking to get a new one. I think we can actually pick one after the session. Sergei Sorokin last yet again, even at his home Grand Prix. I mean, he's just not having a fun season, and as we all know, he's not there in the 2019 game. He's been replaced by Robert Kubica, or George Russell, depending on how you want to look at it. Yeah, let's pick a rival, and I suggest we just pick Max Verstappen, as he's the closest to us in the championship, and he's ahead of us, so he'll actually bring a challenge, unlike Kevin Magnussen, who was just quite far behind. I mean, the Haas car has really gone bad in development, and I mean, yeah, it's awful how little they've improved their car. Yeah, ready for the Russian Grand Prix. As Crofty just said, we have a debut in 2014. But yeah, here we have the grid. Valtteri Bottas on pole, Sebastian Vettel P2, Daniel Ricciardo P3, us in P6, Stoffel Van Dorn P8, Max Verstappen our rival P10, and at the bottom of the grid, oh, Carlos Sainz gets a penalty, Sergei Sorokin rounds off the grid in P20. But here we have the 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. Kind of a terrible start off the line, but considering how the AI always gets super starts, this is a pretty good start. We only lost one position off the line so far. We're still nearly side by side as he pulls out right in front of us. We kind of want to go for a dive, let off the brake a few times, and yeah, that was a pretty clear corner cut, but the game thought not. So we'll make a braking mistake here, really not letting loose of the chances of getting down Ricciardo. Sergio Perez now on lap 3 here, wanting to go down our inside for turn 2 as we lead out of turn 3, going into the big left-hander, which is turn 4. Now Hamilton has overtaken Sergio Perez. As you can see on the leaderboard, he is past now, and he will probably be looking forward to overtaking us, as he's trying to do here. But I think there might have been contact with our rears there, so he goes on the outside, I stick to the inside. Just get the better traction out of the corner, it looks like. As he sticks behind us, and we get an awful line there. I was focusing way too much on him behind me than I wasn't actually driving, so I just ended up going way offline, and he nearly got us there. If that next corner had been a left-hander, he would have probably gotten us on the inside. So luckily it was a right-hander and we got it, but now he goes up the inside again. Contact as well, we lift the hand, being like, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, that was that little bridge chicane where we got him out again. For lap 5 here, this is our pitting lap. I noticed he was coming, so I just immediately went to the inside line to go defensive, but then I realised that, oh yeah, the next corner's the opposite direction, so he's going to be on the inside there. But he pulls out of it as we dive into the pits, and I believe, if I'm not wrong, that he's diving into the pits right behind us. Mercedes grew out. Yes, indeed he is, and he pulls in now. We still have to drive all the way down there to our pit box. Actually, I think he just pulled out from his pit box back there. So if we can get a brilliant pit stop here, which we do, 2.4, we rejoin just in front of him. If that pit stop had been just a tenth slower, even less than a tenth slower, we would have had to wait for him. But it looked like he had a slow exit out of the pits. Yeah, out of the pits here, in front of him, right behind Ricardo, as he gets held up by Nico Hulkenberg. So we might actually have a chance of getting him, maybe getting that P4, as Ricardo was in earlier on in the race after he started P3. But you know, sad times for him. We're in high ERS and rich fuel mode with DRS as well, catching up to him, not by a lot, but we're still catching. Going to the inside line, he's just too far ahead for us to make a move, but we're still going very aggressive into the corner. I don't think he expected that. So we're now just about side by side, as he of course has the better line in the corner. So we have to kind of like pull out, see if we can get it up the inside. No, we stay out of it. And I think that was a big mistake. I think we should have definitely gone for a little bit of a dive bomb there, just to get our noses in front. As now he's kind of pulling away. We still have DRS, but I don't think we will for long, as he just keeps pulling away. Lewis Hamilton behind us as well has DRS, so as soon as we won't have DRS, if Ricardo pulls away, Hamilton will be a big threat to us, as he will be in that Mercedes with a lot of engine power to just go flying past us. But yeah, he still sticks behind us here. He was close on the straight there. Can he get close again on this straight, the back straight here? As he goes, looks like, yeah, he's going to the outside, so we're going to have to go to the inside line, which works out for us, except we go way too deep into the corner. He's now caught up to us, and in the pure panic of making that mistake earlier, we'll make another mistake. And he's now past us. We try to go up the inside, no real luck there, kind of lose some grip at the back end, going into that little left-right chicane. And now Hamilton has actually completed the move, which is, of course, not good for us, because we want to get that P5, but we still have DRS, as that touching the grass won't help. But hopefully, let's stick it into overtake and Rich. Yep, the absolute speed we're gaining that man with, that's insane. Look how much better our Renault engine is than his silly little Mercedes engine. Our Renault engine is just so much better. Or is it? Because now we're coming onto another straight where Hamilton's going faster with the DRS, kind of trying to tuck into his slipstream here. Not quite functioning correctly. He's just too far ahead of us to go up his inside or something like that, and go for a move up the inside. Actually no, we're going to go to the outside. Can we pull it around the outside? Yes, we do, cleanly, with no contact at all. That's probably one of my best overtakes in this series. If I don't really remember any overtakes from the previous races. Well, that was kind of dodgy there, as Hamilton tried to go around our outside, but again on the back straight where he usually strikes. He strikes again, still too far back for a move. Lap 10 out of 13, this is going to be a legendary fight. As we again go ERS, overtake, fuel mix rich, DRS, up the inside, no, we cheat him again, go around the outside. This time we're even further ahead of him in the corner, so we can get an even better way through, faster way through without touching him. But yeah, again on the back straight as usual, lap 11 here, he goes there, but now actually he's not too far ahead of us. We might have actually been able to make a little bit of a dodgy one, but still make a dive bomb on him there, but Perez thought not, and now we have lost a lot of time to Lewis there, which is of course not good, because after this we only have 2 laps to complete the race and get past him. But now Sergio Perez is showing great threat to us as well, as he's also in a car with a Mercedes engine, which might actually not be that bad. But I do believe, if I remember correctly, that we have the best engine on the grid, so engine power shouldn't be a problem. Problem right now is just that we're too far behind him and the straight isn't long enough for us to catch up. So we nearly ram his arse there, get a terrible exit onto the long left-hander there. The turn 3 and turn 4 combination, there's Sergio Perez kind of like touches our rear there. I don't think he was expecting us to go into this line. As you can see on the left side, he locks up and we go deep, so that's just kind of slowed him down a lot. And lap 13 here, coming to the end, Sebastian Vettel wins the race. Daniel Ricciardo gets fastest lap, as Hamilton beats us, gets that P5, we get P6 where we started. Sergio Perez P7, and let's see where Stoffel finished. As you can see the podium here, Sebastian Vettel wins with Valtteri Bottas P2. They started the other way around, and then Kimi Raikkonen goes from 4th to 3rd. So both the Ferraris move up a position, and one Mercedes moves down. Oh yeah, Stoffel Van Dorn got P8. Max Verstappen there starting P10, only got P9. Not what we usually see from that man, as he was actually fought off by Stoffel Van Dorn, I remember from the race. I saw on the map that he was in front of Stoffel, but then Stoffel Van Dorn just overtook him again. So as you can see here, that's 12 lovely points in the bag for us, which should really help us in constructors. We might, which it's probably not going to happen, but there is the chance for us to overtake Red Bull in the constructors and get 3rd, which would be a dream end to this. Nico Hulkenberg not having the best of races there, finishing P19. Sergei Sorokin, surprise, surprise, last. And you can see Kevin Magnussen also got a single little point there. But yeah, we are just about, what is that, 14 points behind Max Verstappen in the championship. So we're of course going to be looking to overtake him. Stoffel Van Dorn overtaking Grosjean, not having too many points up to Ocon and Sainz. Maybe even Perez if he gets a lot of good results here. But yeah, alright, maybe not overtaking Red Bull, as they are nearly 200 points ahead of us. Yeah, we have contract negotiation now. As you can see here, you can read the contract if you want. Just pause the video, read it if you want. Yeah, expected qualifying race position both 8th, so that's nice. It went from 10th to 8th. As we develop some aero upgrades, we usually develop engine upgrades, but right now we're going to be focusing a lot on the aero department, as we have the best engine and not the best aero. So, we want, of course, the best car as possible. But yeah, that was actually it for this episode. Lovely little fight we had in the race there with Lewis Hamilton. Not really much else to say about it. I enjoyed it, and I'll be looking forward to the next one, which is Japan, one of my favorite tracks to drive. I really love the S section. Basically, I don't think there's a corner at Japan I don't like. Maybe the hairpin, but that's it. But yeah, Japan, really lovely circuit. Really looking forward to doing that one. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.